Good afternoon, good evening, and depending on where you are, good night, everybody, and welcome to an Eve Frontier live stream. I am your loving, and caring host, CCP Jötunn, and I'm joined today alongside two of my very good friends and compatriots. I'm joined alongside the the Eve Frontier product manager, CCP Overload, and also a random Irishman I found on the street in one dark shines, pictured here. Wearing some lovely festive attire. Gentlemen, so good to see you, and hello. Hope you're doing well. It's been quite a day to get here. People have already noticed that we're both wearing the shirt, but I'm not wearing your shirt, both because it wouldn't fit, and also because it's just, it's nice. It's a nice shirt,
Yeah, limited edition.
Limited edition, one of one.
Yeah. One of a million. This was a so popular shirt. You can buy it in H&M actually.
That is true. Shines, my man. So good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I know you've been streaming basically all day long. So I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to come here and talk about our game with us.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for having me on.
Hell yeah.
Or for picking me up off the street, as you said.
Yeah. Just we want to give everybody a chance, right? Everybody's got to have an opportunity to better themselves, and this is how you're going to do it.
Fantastic.
So everybody, we are apparently not in 1080p. That's weird. Thank you, Discord. Appreciate that. Or Twitch, rather. We're going to push ahead. Folks, this is our first public Eve Frontier live stream. So I shouldn't say that. It's not our first public Eve Frontier live stream. It's the first live stream we're doing showing off the new build of our game. We've been all over the place this weekend. We were at the Future Game Show. We were at IGN Live yesterday, and then earlier today, we had a trailer about Founder Access and with some gameplay footage on the PC Gaming Show, which is very cool. We've been giga busy this whole weekend, and I'm excited to finally get the opportunity now to sit down. This is technically like a deep dive stream, so we're going to be Bing chilling on this one. It's going to be very cool. We're going to just show you guys what we've been working on. If you've watched our streams before, like Shines and I did a gameplay stream a couple weeks ago, you saw a build of the game. That is not the version we have now. We have been working very hard to get up to the point that we're at now. And the team is excited to show you what we've been doing. So we're going to get into it here in just a few minutes, but before we do that, we're going to, just to be very, very clear about a lot of things. Obviously, this is where I give the disclaimer. We're still in early development. You're going to see a lot of things that are still placeholders, a lot of things that are still features that we are working on, and we have not quite gotten there yet, but we like where we're at. And the really big news is we are going to Founder Access New Era, is what we're calling it. Starting on the 11th, and as one of the biggest features, the one I'm most excited about, starting on the 11th, we are pulling back our NDA entirely. People will be able to stream the game, show off the game, share videos, share pictures, whatever they want. You can already talk about the game. We've been pulling back the NDA slowly over the last couple of months, and this is the big moment. So excited to see how this goes. Excited to see what the reaction is once we pull this thing back. But it's been a long time coming. We've been doing this thing now for, hell, I've been here for like a year and a half, which is crazy to think. But the team we've gotten it now to a point which we're excited to show people. There's some cool stuff in here. And if for whatever reason you are actually getting the stream at 720p, don't worry, the VOD will be in 4K, I promise, or 1440. I guess is what I'm recording it at.
One of the many Ps that are available.
One of the many Ps. So what we've done is we've traded audio issues, which we're so well known for video issues.
Well, you say we, is it the word we is doing a lot of heavy lifting there.
But really it's a team effort that puts this thing all together.
We've got the as you mentioned, the NDA right now is the newly disclosure agreement.
Yes, true.
Our founders have been toiling away, desperate to share more of what they've been playing with you guys, and I'm happy to finally be able to sit here and share some stuff as well.
I mean, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be super cool. There's a lot of new systems that we've implemented into the game. You're going to see, what is it, basically you know, Frontier started. The original idea for Frontier, we've talked about this in streams before, was as kind of an Eve mod, and as it's developed over time, we've been, you know, developing a more and more independent identity for what we're aiming for. And I really think that what we've got now, it feels like a different kind of game. It feels like a game that I want to play. So this is a pretty easy job, if I'm being honest. Just get out here and play the fun game.
Should we do that then? Should we play?
Yeah,
it?
let's go ahead and play the damn game.
I have an idea. I just made my character like 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
We're just gonna play through like basically the starter opening bit of the game.
Neat.
The lore of the Frontier is there's ancient civilizations have collapsed in some parts of space, and the Keeper is this AI system, and it is trying to restart civilization. One of many attempts to restart civilization. So when you make a character and you enter the Frontier, you are a reawakened rider, and we will pick a region. So CCP Jötunn and Shines. If you pick the MHL region, one of the 3 regions, you'll start in space, and we can just start playing the game.
Well, let's go ahead and do that then. Now we're over here. Ooh, look at this. Go ahead and we have selected the starting region. Watch this lovely intro video of some scrolling text. Fun fact: this is the video that I used for the transition video of the beginning. Just with some weird particle effect over the top of it.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so when you pick a region, you start in space in one of the systems in the different regions. And there are a lot of systems in Eve Frontier. At the moment, there's around 22,000 or so. The aim is to be well over 100,000. We actually have a branch with about that amount, but the map screen cannot handle it right now, so we need to make some changes.
It is funny that the map of all things is what breaks. The server's like, yeah, no, we're good. But the map is like, no, we're not good. Okay, so here we are. You can see me here. Of course, CCP Overload is down here in the bottom corner. And yeah, this is the jam. So we are starting out here. This is the opening site. One of the things. So I'm gonna just kind of go at this as if you are new. Pretend you've never seen Eve Frontier before. This is what we're looking at. So this is a survival MMO, and one of the goals of this is for it to be a more dynamic, more what's the word for it? Like a more immersive, maybe not immersive, but a more like you should feel close to the action. You should feel kind of claustrophobic. We've stripped away a lot of things. There's obviously over here. There's usually an overview box that is gone. We've killed it. So you do have to kind of swing that camera around and look and see what's around you. So doing that, I can see there's this fellow over here, this Koyazuk. Oh boy, I need to talk to CCP Demiurge about the pronunciation of these. And then there's some derelict freighters. Shines, you see those freighters around you?
Yes, I do indeed. I'm just heading over to one now.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll notice that there's like some guidance from the Keeper.
Indeed.
Advising you what to do. This is our sort of nascent version of the NP or new player experience to help welcome people into the Frontier.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those of you who participated in previous phases of Eve Frontier will remember the new player experience was perhaps a bit rocky. I'm going to dig out my favorite CCP Soundwave quote. Welcome to Eve Frontier. Here's your Rubik's Cube. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
We've put great pains into taking a couple of sides off this Rubik's Cube to make it a little bit easier to get people in.
That's funny.
So now it'll help you get started. It'll introduce you to some of them. So CCP Jötunn,
yes.
You're in this site. Like obviously you can look around, and this is pretty much as far as the camera will go out. But you think, hey, it's pretty hard to see what's going on around me. But we've got this new tactical view.
Yeah.
So if you're to hit F2, you'll see like a tactical version of the area of space that you're in right now. There you go. So it zooms out a little bit. It still respects the occlusion properties of Eve Frontier. So if there's stuff behind these wrecks, if there was like another player hiding behind that wreck, we would not see them, even though we've been able to pull the camera a little bit further in this sort of computer-generated projection of what's around us.
Mm-hmm. Let's go back here real quick, because the first thing we do need to do, and one of the things we should probably talk about, is fuel. So think of fuel like if you're talking about other survival games, fuel is food, fuel's stamina. Well, fuel more like food. You eat fuel. Yeah, your ship is a character. The ship eats. It's food. The ship is the character. The ship eats fuel. Fuel is food. So we're going to open up the terminal here. We're going to go to the inventory. And we did scavenge some unstable fuel from this derelict freighter. So I'm going to drag that over here and fuel my ship, which is great because now I can do some other stuff. Let's go over here to this derelict freighter and see what goodies are in there. Now I'm trying to figure out what this, so this fella here, let's go back to the tactical camera real quick, because what you can do is you can center click on this guy and let's see what he's up to. He appears to just be, oh, he's orbiting me, I think. Oh, that's spooky. I don't like that one.
He's just checking you out.
Yeah, he's not attacking me, but he does seem suspicious. This is something that I spoke to CCP Brooder not that long ago about this, because the question was like, you know, I was playing the other day and there were a lot of these NPCs, a lot of these feral drones who just kind of like give you the side eye when you're in the site. And they don't really do anything until you aggress them. And I kind of wonder, is it an aggressive action? Because like the feral drones obviously are a little bit problematic. Is it a bad thing just to shoot this feral drone? Because I kind of wanted to shoot this feral drone.
You can give it a go. I don't actually know what'll happen if you shoot this guy.
I'm gonna lock him up and see if he locks me up.
So the cool thing is, CCP Jötunn here is equipped with a mining laser. When you start in E-Frontier, you get equipped with a mining laser. But, ladies and gentlemen, E-Frontier, mining lasers do damage.
They do,
You can mine the hulls of your enemies.
You can mine people to death.
And they're also called cutting lasers.
They are cutting lasers.
Last time.
That is true.
We've talked about this a little bit. We talked about it at FanFest too. How, you know, we are aiming to have a more immersive mining simulation, so it's not just approach a rock, click a button, and then wait. And the cutting part of the cutting laser is part of that action. So let's go over here real quick. And while we're doing this, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna cut away to CCP Overload in the warp tunnel, coming out at what looks like an Lagrange. Oh, this is a much less interesting scene than I thought it was going to be.
Well, I mean, let me show you where I'm at.
Oh, okay, we'll go back to you.
So here's my system. So this is my system view. It's quite a small system. It seems to be only like one planet as far as I can see. If I zoom in a little bit closer to the sun, oh my god, it's bright. There's a couple of sites around it. And then here's our planet over here with a couple of moons. And in the center, there's some more things. These are sites that we can see. Like there's a carbon field that would be pretty useful later. Destroyed shipyard sounds ominous but exciting. Yeah. So I'll definitely check those out. But you'll notice that all of these. So science. Science is a thing.
Oh, science. I thought you said science, like the movie with Bruce Willis.
No. Mel Gibson doesn't have anything on science. So science means Lagrange points. That's a gravity thing. Every single orbiting body in the solar system has Lagrange points. This is where things like the James Webb Telescope sit. We have Lagrange points here, and Lagrange points are stable orbit points. So I've actually just warped off myself to this Lagrange point because I was planning on building my base here. So let me enter my build mode here, and I'm going to pop down, as the tutorial says, a portable refinery, so I can refine the ore that I've been harvesting. Just pop it there.
Now, before you put this down, okay, you're putting it down now. Okay, well, yeah. So the portable refinery, though, is the intention of the portable refinery is to be something that you can carry around with you. So if you're in a belt and you need to do some refining in that system, you can just drop it there in the belt with you and do your refining on the fly. And then when you're done, pick all that stuff up and head out of here.
You can do it. I like putting mine in Lagrange point because I find it a little bit easier to keep track of. I can build up my little base and then move back and forward between the different belts as and well. And if I just push H, I can see all my assets wherever I am in the system. I don't have any because it's not finished onlining yet. It will be there pretty soon. But you'll be able to warp back to your stuff.
Nice. That is something I'm sure people are very excited about because it has not always been true. While you're doing that, let's go back over to my action because I'm going to kill this drone.
Could I ask a question?
Yeah, please go ahead.
I'm after warping to a belt by the sun, and my ship appears to be overheating.
Yes, so I should have put your camera up here too, or your screen up here too. So let's talk about heat. So, we'll talk about heat after I smoke this dude. 1 second. We're gonna hit him with the old cutting laser. Oh, I'm not hitting him. Oh god. Okay, there we go.
You might want to get out of there.
No, we're good. I'm gonna smoke him. Look at this. I'm transmatching him.
Is this what smoking is?
That's exactly what it is. Oh, he's cooked, dude. Look at him. This is what he gets for hanging out in my derelict freighter thing. Nice. Love it. Did he drop anything? Okay. Oh, some fossilized loot. Okay. So let's go to our system map here real quick, and we're gonna go and you know what? This is a good shout there, Mr. Shines. Let's go inspect the sun. So we're gonna warp to this asteroid cluster. Back to our main camera. And we'll talk about heat. So heat is kind of, it's not really stamina. Your capacitor is more like stamina. If I'm going to be making comparisons to other survival games, heat is more like
Hot
I mean,
and cold.
he's pretty much on,
Yeah,
this
like
one's
hot
on
cold.
the nose. We have a concept for this in real life as well. We know it as heat. And if things get too hot, sometimes they don't work so well.
That's true. It's really just like, it's like life, baby, you know? But what you can see here is, as I land here, you can kind of see down in this area right here, my ship is heating up. So there is an ambient external temperature. You can see it down here. The external temperature here is 99.5 something. I don't know exactly what that number means, but it's 99.5. If you get too hot, your ship stops doing things the way you want it to. First of all, you can't really jump. So let's talk about jumping. So, okay.
We're on tangents of tangents.
We are going very far back. So let's look at our map here real quick. And I want to say something before we get too far. Map is work in progress. Obviously, this is it's super cool to look at. I love looking at the map. There are truly so many stars in this map. And this is not even quite zoomed out all the way. But one of the things that the map does show you, if you like, let's back at my, we're gonna zoom in. The map will show you if you can jump. So every ship has a jump drive. That's how you get between stars, is you can jump to another star. If your ship is too hot, you cannot jump, or your jump range is limited. I think it's maybe you just can't jump.
It is both. Like, you can't jump if your ship is above a certain temperature. It's already overheated, and you cannot jump to a distance that would make your ship overheat.
Yeah.
So if you're very close to overheating, your jump range will be suitably shorter as well. And if you're very cool, now we do have some heat management modules. The cool thing about the heat system is it's easy to just slap some sort of little system on top of something and call it heat. But we have a couple of science buffs, and they help to build the system up in a bit more of a fundamental way. So it takes into account things like the mass and the thermal density of your ship. If you slap big, thick armor plates on it, for example, you will have more thermal mass. You'll heat up slower, but you'll also cool slower. Things like that. And the energy it takes to jump your system, ship to a different system, is what determines how much heat is added to it. And because the system was designed kind of with scientific principles in mind, it meant that it was actually very easy to start adding in heat management modules. So, as an example, there are things like heat exchangers. And the heat exchanger just does what a heat exchanger does. It moves heat from the hot side to the cold side. So if you run it while you're in a hot area, you will heat up quicker, because I don't know why you would do that, but it's just functioning like a normal piece of science, which is pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, so it is in your proximity in the system. Obviously, there are things you can do that will make your ship hotter. Running certain modules will make your ship hotter. Obviously, your location in the solar system is kind of the big one, because
sun be hot.
Yeah, suns are pretty hot, and in general, stars they do cook.
Yeah, while you're cooking over there, do you want to switch over to my screen, and I'll do some cooking as well. So I'm going to make some basic fuel for my ship. So I've got my little portable refinery I deployed, and I've got this ore that I picked up, some carbonaceous ore. So I'm going to refine this in here. We've got to do 2 sets. It'll only take 10 seconds, not very long, but it's going to give us a bunch of water ice and carbonated materials.
Nice.
So we'll start doing that. I don't know if it'll be enough to build some D1 fuel yet. I think it might be just enough. If not, I'll have to go get some more carbonaceous ore. But I have enough unstable fuel I've looted for now to keep me going.
Nice.
So let's have a look and see if we have enough.
There's a question in chat.
We need a lot more ice. We're going to get some more ice first.
Yeah. There's a question in chat about, can you hide in the shade of asteroids to mitigate heat? No, because not yet.
We were talking about this. Me and CCP Wizard were talking about this literally the other day. So if you look at the map, you'll notice that there's Lagrange points for every planet. There's always one on the opposite side of the sun, one between the sun and the planet, one ahead, and then one behind. And there's one behind the planet, most importantly. That's where I'm at. So this Lagrange point is directly in line with the planet behind the sun. So in theory, this should be shielded.
Yes.
And that is something we want to be able to do in the future.
While you are doing your business over there, let's click back over here real quick because I just finished mining enough common ore that I can now build a portable refinery. And let me show you how the portable refinery is actually supposed to be used, because CCP Overload went all the way out to a Lagrange point. You don't need to do any of that. Listen, all you got to do right here in the belt next to your asteroid, click your portable refinery, drag that bad boy over here next to you, drop it down, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're refining in the belt right here next to you. And when you're done, you just grab that bad boy, pick it up, carry it with you, throw it in the bag. Easy. Easy money.
If you're fine littering the star system.
Well, but listen, it's nice though, because if you do this, if you you carry it around with you, refined materials are so much smaller than raw materials. You can just carry more stuff with you when you need to go somewhere. Microcong points out, I am a seasoned miner. Many people have said that.
How are you getting on there, Shines?
I have followed your advice. I've gotten far away from the sun to a Lagrange point, very far away from the sun,
Nice.
and I am trying to build my portable refinery. So it's just built. I'm going to go get some ore, and
Oh, I didn't
basically
notice a ton of NPCs in my mining site.
Yeah, they're just chilling. I didn't know that. Yeah, these are the ones that just kind of give you the side eye when you land. I think they will probably not be super chill if you try and shoot these guys.
Yeah.
So
let's leave these guys alone.
These are the rogue drones, right?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I know
just
better.
kind of roguing around doing rogue drone things.
Oh, let's talk about occlusion. Let's pretend like people have never heard about occlusion before. Look at that. You can look at that rock there real quick there, Mr. Overload. So you can see, the icon has changed for that one behind the rock. Why has that icon changed, Mr. Overload?
Well, CCP Jötunn, good observation. So this one here, my ship's computer is tracking it because it knew about it beforehand, but it cannot see it right now, so it's kind of just predicting it, and I cannot hit it. If I was to fire, I would hit the asteroid. There we go. He's unoccluded now. So that means if I was to fire, I would hit him, not the asteroid. So things get in the way.
Yeah,
basically.
Line of sight is important. Line of sight not only matters for being able to see if things are actually in the system that you're like in on the grid with you, but also just shooting them. If you want to shoot a thing, you have to have a direct line of sight to it, because if you don't, you're going to hit the thing in front of you, which includes other ships, which is fun.
Big planet. I didn't even notice the gigantic planet.
Yeah, it's huge. Oh, you did not notice the gas giant sitting right next to you?
It's I would call it planet size.
Very good. All right, I'm going to get some carbonaceous materials.
Are we all in different instances, or are we all like in?
No,
we're in the same universe.
We're in the same universe. We're in the same region.
Probably in a different system. Yeah, we'll be in the same region, but we'll be different systems from each other.
Maybe not. What system are you in, Shines?
EOQ TAC.
What are you in? You're in OHL. I'm in OGB.
Okay.
Okay. So we will have to. We are going to get together at some point here. So obviously, folks at home, you're watching. The opening, of course, a couple hours of the game is very similar to this. Going around collecting resources, finding wrecks that you can loot, building little bases that turn into bigger bases that turn into bigger bases. We are going to, at one point during the stream, skip ahead a little bit and show you some of the cool new sites that we've put together, because, oh my god, the thing I'm most excited about is one of these sites. I'm excited about a lot of things, but that's one of them. So let's talk about the industry window here for a second, because if you've not ever seen this before, the industry window has changed a bit. Obviously, we have here in the middle, you can have your job information. You can select different jobs depending on what blueprints are available to you. Obviously, I can move things in and out of here. You can see, we need water ice. We need, okay, let's look at the D2 fuel. For D2 fuel, you need, you can refine D2 fuel into salt, which is a thing that you can do. And of course, what I was doing just now was refining common ore into its output components, which are carbonaceous materials and silicates. And the reason we're doing this is because when you have these refined materials, you can then use them to print things in a portable printer. I'll talk about portable printers here in a minute. What do you got over there, Mr. Overload? Oh, you're doing.
I'm trying to create a portable storage container so I can get some more ore, because I realized I've filled up with
just
with other ore.
Brimming with ore.
I'm just positively overloaded with ore right now.
I need to, let's see, I need D1 fuel. How do I get D1 fuel?
You refine ice.
Oh, okay. So I need ice.
1800
And I think I get ice from just finding
carbonaceous. Yeah.
carbonaceous ore. I do have some carbonaceous ore. Not a lot of it, but I do have some. I have enough for 2 jobs. Let's see. Go ahead and do that. Beautiful.
I do like the new. Obviously, this is my first time playing this
Yeah.
build. I do like the new industry screen.
Yeah.
I love this
It's
industry screen.
swish.
Yeah.
The our UI UX designers have been cooking hard on this one.
You really
So
have.
it looks amazing, especially when so these are just the portable systems. Wait till we get to the things like your network nodes. So
Okay.
building your base, like your portable systems like this, these are just little things that you can plop down kind of wherever. But you want to build like the big bases like you can see in the Vision trailer we released the other day, then you need to put a network node down and kind of claim that Lagrange point.
Yeah.
So you can only power the bigger systems from the power being generated by the network node. So the network node is the hub of the base, and by putting one down in the Lagrange point, you're essentially claiming it. For the smart people amongst you, you might be thinking, hey, but there's a limited number of Lagrange points per system. Yes, that is correct.
Oh, what an idea.
Yeah, that is absolutely correct.
Okay.
Now, my system apparently has like actually 1 planet in my system. So that in theory means there's only 5 Lagrange points in this system. If you want to build a Stargate, that's going to limit you to how many Stargates you could put down in this system.
I also have 1 planet. Interesting.
I mean, I've been in systems with like 8 planets, so they're
Yeah.
going to have like 40 odd Lagrange points.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of at least for right now, while you're not currently able to intermingle different base components from different people. Individual people have to like put down their own base and just run their own shop. But if you're in a larger group, obviously then it behooves you to find a system that has a lot of Lagrange points that more people can anchor their stuff into, right? Like if you all want to be in the same system, the best way to do that is to find a big system.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, there's a couple of spare systems going around. So I would suggest starting with one of those. In fact, let me see if I have some stats from Cycle 3. So,
Oh, do you?
if you're just joining us for the first time, first of all, welcome, hello.
Hello.
We have been working on eFrontier now for a little while, and we've been doing what we call cycles or phases, where we essentially like reset the universe. And sometimes we make fundamental changes. Sometimes they're small changes. Sometimes they're big updates. Those are different, obviously, from changes. But we do that to kind of learn more stuff. And if you become a founder, then you can basically play eFrontier for unlimited time until launch, whenever that may be. Don't worry, you don't have to pay any money if you don't want to. We also do free periods, so stick around, check out a free period every now and then. But that being said, in Cycle 3, we saw 285,668 NPCs destroyed by the founders. That's quite a lot.
Actually, a ton.
Yeah, of dead NPCs. We had from those NPCs 1.8 million items were looted. And the founders built more than 1,500 smart gates, which is a lot. There's some pretty cool websites out there. The Frontier Atlas by Aquila is pretty cool. I talked about it in the keynote briefly. It's a really cool website.
Pull that.
Yeah, that's obviously of the Cycle 3, but it's a really cool website. The third-party developers for eFrontier have been cooking heavy as well. I'm going to use that term a lot, I think, this time.
Yeah, he is.
1.845 billion units of ore mined.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a lot of ore.
All right, let's see a window capture here. I'm going to show off your shit, Aquila. I hope it works. I know you're watching. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Yes.
Yeah, so that's a live map of what's on Stillness, our live server right now. That is Cycle 3 as it stands. Each of those orange lines are player constructed Stargates controlled by logic that they have written themselves. And the cool thing about the logic that you write yourself is we give you basically who's trying to go through your gate and do you let them go through it kind of hook, and you get to decide what sits in the middle. So you don't have to wait for us to build like a Twitter integration. You can just make it so that only people who follow you on Twitter can go through your gates.
That is unironically true. It gets kind of nutty when you talk about the we talk about modding a lot. We talk about the how we want to build the ultimate moddable MMO. and people assume that means Thomas the Tank Engine Dragons and Shrek of some variety. We're not sponsored by Shrek, by the way, just in case anybody was curious about that.
Is Shrek handing out sponsorships?
I mean, the guy's everywhere. He's in Fortnite now. He, he's having a big push currently. But what that really means is that what we're trying to do is we're trying to unlock the ability for third-party developers to basically write game state, right? So you can adjust the way certain things, these smart assemblies we're talking about, you can adjust how they work in the universe, how they interact with players, how they interact with people. We're introducing more and more ways to do that over time. There are more stuff coming out that they're going to be out within the next couple of months. I know with regards to turrets, because we have anchorable turrets now. And there's some really cool stuff that you're going to be able to do with those. I heard CCP Red Dragon, maybe it was CCP Red Dragon, maybe it was CCP Rotor. Either way, one of the two of them was talking pretty recently about being able to set up like using, because turrets are going to be getting a kind of a proximity sensor around them, and you can use the proximity sensor basically to turn turrets into race courses. Basically, you have to be within a certain, like, as if you basically like a target you have to hit, right? You have to go around the thing. It knows where you are around it, so you have to go back behind the turret and come out the other side. Like that is a thing that is possible, will be possible very soon. And that being able to, because I mean it's a turret, it's a gun, right? It's just a gun that you put in space and then it shoots people. Being able to use that to do another cool thing is, I think, what we're really aiming for here with regards.
Just to interrupt you quickly, there's a good comment in Twitch from Monkey Wagon. He says, "Yes, I've heard about this. You can make games in our engine, so that's cool and all. But have you pulled a Blizz? Where any game made in your engine, is it yours? Yes. So we're open sourcing the Carbon engine, and the whole thing will be decentralized, such that we can't stop you. No. That's the point. It's yours and yours alone. It will never be ours." And with the open sourcing of the Carbon, it will be yours forever.
I need, I hate to interrupt. I need to put down a storage container. I've got too much stuff. I need to go get some more carbonaceous ore. Good news! You can build a storage container. Portable storage container.
It's common ore, by the way. You need, that's exactly what I'm looking for right now, because I need a little bit more storage.
Yep.
Yeah, you should be able to find common ore in
Rocky Asteroid Field, maybe?
I think in Rocky, and also in the Unremarkable Asteroid, my favorite named.
It's a rude name for an asteroid.
I don't know what it did to be so offended.
It's just unremarkable.
Yeah.
Lord Baldrick says, will this be available to replay later? Yes. If you mean replay as if the stream, yes, it's being recorded right now. It'll be up on our YouTube channel later. Let's see here. How many Lagrange points are there? Or how
north of 5?
How many Lagrange points are? Thank you, Econ Martin. North of 5, yes. Every system will have at least 5, because there are 5 per planetary orbit. If you have more planets in the system, you'll have more Lagrange points.
Let's flip to my screen quickly.
Yeah, sure.
So this is the map. Here's our system here, which with our one little planet. Mm-hmm. So that's 5 Lagrange points. So okay, let's go to the next system here. Let's see how many this one has. This one has 3 planets, so that's another 15. Mm-hmm. Okay, 20. This could take a while. This one has 10. You see what I mean? There's a lot of star systems.
Yes.
You'll be able to find somewhere to set up a base. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
And speaking of the size of the map, if you want to keep that up for a second, one of the things we've heard people, be concerned about is, of course, Frontier, like EVE Online, its predecessor, and larger, bulkier, perhaps not as sexy, but we'll see, older cousin, it's obviously, this is full PvP. So everything you anchor in space, all your ships, you yourself, NPCs, anything is destructible in some way or another. And people have said like, oh, well, it's going to kind of suck. I mean, it's a survival game. You're going to run into the issue of people being able to just like show up at your shop and blow your shit up, which is true. But the universe is also huge. Do we remember how many systems people have actually like visited?
I can tell you. So in Cycle 3, I'm prepared. I
knew you had the numbers. What percentage of the total systems had people actually visit?
10%.
10%. And how many?
It's 22,000. So that means 2,200 systems were visited and explored. So that means there's always a quiet, empty space for you to go there, settle down. Maybe you want to be in the dense central part. I mean, if I look again at the map, maybe you want to be near the trinary, the three supermassive black holes, where, I mean, look how dense this area is down here. Like, there is literally thousands and thousands of star systems all on top of each other everywhere. Like,
Mhm.
you could live here and build gates between all of these and build a little dense city state down here. Or maybe you don't like people, and you want to go way up
Understandable.
here to the outer rim of the galaxy, where there's only a few systems and they're a lot more sparse. It'll be harder to, forge a living out here, but surely you're also going to be less likely to have people wander through your territory. So
Yeah.
it's really up to how you want to play the game.
The sheer size of it, like 25,000,
It
like
is-
as someone who's played Eve for 20 years, just, I mean, I know Eve has a lot of systems, but like 25,000, and you're looking at 100,000, was it?
It is a staggering number. And one of the other concern, and there's CCP Goodfella in chat. Don't worry, I saw you. I'm not going to neglect you, baby. I see you. But one of the other things people have asked about is, with the map being as big as it is, if you don't have tons of players playing all the time, is it going to get is the map going to feel empty? And I think the answer to that is like, yeah, kind of. And that's kind of the point. Like, one of our driving, we talk about this a lot in streams, and if you've ever heard CCP Maximum Cats talk, our creative director, one of the things you're going to hear a lot about is that the frontier should feel desolate, right? It should feel remote and dilapidated and kind of this. You should feel a sense of emptiness because it is. There are no empires here. They used to be, and they're dead. They all died so long ago that there's nothing left of them except for the feral AI that they left. Well, the AI that wasn't feral when they created it, but has become feral over many thousands of years. And it should feel like you're kind of we talk about dark forests a lot, and this idea of wandering in the woods with a flashlight and a gun, and that should feel like how the frontier should feel that way. And as we begin, there are going to be plenty of points of interest. There are going to be plenty of interesting things to see and cool things to discover. And if you're an exploration nut, then you're going to fucking love this shit. But like, it should feel like you are kind of out on your own. I mean, CCP Overload, you talk about a story that you had during one of the earlier either one of the earlier playtests or maybe even earlier in one of our cycles, where you were kind of out on your own gathering, going to go gather crew, and you thought that you were alone. What happened in that situation?
Yeah, so I was playing. I can't remember which cycle it was, but I was playing pretty far away from everybody else because they were all shooting each other like maniacs. And I moved off into the quiet, empty space, and I went and was harvesting crude, the lifeblood of the frontier. And I went in to get some crude and discovered that someone else had been there before me and harvested a bunch of crude. And it was just this moment of being like, oh, I thought I was alone. And you kind of like looking around, like, there's no one here. I don't see anyone. There's no signs that anyone's been here other than the fact that I know they have been here. What exactly has happened?
Yeah.
Like, where are they? Like, are they behind me now? Like,
I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of like being in the woods and seeing bear droppings or something, right? Where you're like, that it's nearby, it's close enough that it shit in the wood. The bear shit in the woods, very 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 close to you, but you just don't quite know where it's at. Somebody,
I'm gonna make some fuel. We're making fuel.
What were you about to say, Dark Shines?
I don't know. Was I going to say something?
No, I heard you. Maybe I was hearing CP Overload in his Irish voice.
Wow. I did find some common ore. It wasn't actually in the asteroid belt. In the one I said originally, it's just in the asteroid belt near the sun. So my ship nearly overheated, but I'm good.
I was gonna say I'm cooking right now. I'm right up next to the sun, but I'm gonna grab some stuff out of these wrecks. I think I have enough stuff to build. I want to build a printer because printers are the next step. You got to build a printer next.
Am I
go ahead.
Am I right in thinking, by the way, just on that? Sorry, I did have something to say.
Go ahead.
Smart gates. Can you see on the map where there are smart gates? Out of interest.
Not in the end game one, but that's why tools like the Frontier Atlas by Aquila are so useful.
Yeah.
Because all the information is essentially available on the chain, so you can look at it and see what these all are. Now, the cool thing is, at the moment, everything is kind of public, but we're getting to the cusp of things like zero knowledge proofs and something, a system called pods, where you can prove stuff without revealing the information. It's essentially mathematical wizardry. It's insane. But an example of a pod could be I make a gate and I say the logic that I program into it, which everyone can see the logic. The logic says you're allowed to come through my gate if you have killed CCP Jötunn. Like that's what my gate insists on. And you want to come through my gate, but you don't want to reveal who you are. You don't want to reveal when you killed CCP Jötunn. You don't want to reveal what you were in when you killed CCP Jötunn. You just need to prove to me that you've done it. So you make a pod with this, a provable object data, and I can validate 100% confirmed that you have killed CCP Jötunn without knowing any other piece of information about you and let you jump.
Well, it's just, I mean, that sounds pretty cool, but I'm just thinking, like, the question that was asked in Twitch chat was, will the map feel empty? And I guess some people are going to look at this from a point of view of trying to find PvP.
Yeah.
But if you can see gates and you can see where there are people obviously traveling like routes out to certain spaces, it's going to be pretty easy to try and zero in on those and go looking for trouble as such, right?
Yeah, I would say.
I am going to interrupt here real quick because I did have. I don't want him to think I'm ignoring him. CCP Goodfella did ask, did want me to talk about the Lagrange points and how at some Lagrange points you can find. I don't think there are any in this system that I'm in right now, but in some Lagrange points you can find locations of interest. So most Lagrange points, obviously like this one, are pretty empty. There's nothing here. But some Lagrange points will have just big things there. We found this accidentally the other day when I warped to. I was doing a stream for our founders and picked the Lagrange point that I wanted to go to build my base at, and the Lagrange point was just swarming with drones in this huge, like, dilapidated ancient facility. And I was like, cool, that's fun. I'm not going to die, and then I died immediately. So that's fun. Love that for me.
These are like dynamic sites as well, so they exist and build themselves up and live in. Like they send out their ships to go harvest resources and things, and those sites build up over time, like a significant period of time. So if you find one of these, you can like nurture it and kind of protect it until it gets to like its top level, and then maybe like start using it to earn like resources for the game. Or you could just like kill it there and then, like think of it like a loot pinata. It's really up to you.
Yeah.
And we'll go visit one of them a little bit later, I think, in this stream.
Will, I want to go ahead, Darkshine. Did I imagine
that
again?
That
okay.
wasn't.
I think it's him picking up his water bottle sounds like you. That's not an insult. Just every time I see him pick up the water bottle, I'm like, Darkshine's is queuing up. No big deal.
Nah, I am on my way to. I got my storage built. I am on my way to getting the ice I need to build this fuel, and then meet up with you guys.
Nice.
So Arcane One asks, how much of a disadvantage is playing Frontier if you cannot code to create things? That's a great question, and I think a lot of people watching are perhaps coming from the EVE Online. So I kind of want to talk almost directly to EVE players from that perspective. EVE Online is built on top of third-party development. Anyone who runs an alliance or is in an alliance probably has things like Alliance Auth set up and Discord integrations, Mumble integrations. You use things like Pyfa, websites like Zedkill and stuff like that. I used all of them, and I still use all of them in my EVE alliances. I don't program them. I've never programmed them. I don't know how to program them, but I use them. And it's the same with this. Like, you don't have to make it. You just have to be able to use it like a user. The same way that I can log into Alliance Auth, great tool. Just use the SSO, link it up, and then my alliance can help manage all their systems with it. Like, not everyone has to be the developer.
Indeed. You know anything about Alliance Auth, Darkshines? Can't imagine you would know anything about that.
I know a lot about Alliance Auth, and I mean, like CCP Overload said, it's an amazing tool. It allows us to manage our alliance. We've got 3,172 individuals in the alliance at the minute, and it is one of those tools you just need. But like what you said there, I do not code. I'm not a programmer. I know how to turn off my computer and turn it back on again when I need to. But other than that, and like I run the alliance, right, along with other people. But I don't have to code to be able to do that. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's, at the end of the day, if you the example I've used a few times is, if you think back to like making a website in like 2002 or something like that, it was a lot more difficult. It was like, you had to write HTML code and maybe apply some CSS code, and if you wanted to have like a web store, then you probably had to develop it yourself and set up servers and things like that. Nowadays, I can just head over to like one of many websites like Squarespace and Wix and stuff, and just click a few buttons and then set up a thing, drag things around, click a button to add a payment provider into it and start selling stuff. Like it's insane how easy it is from the end user these days to build custom stuff. And modding as well for video games has come a long way. It used to be like, you had to mod it yourself, and then it was like you download some external mod managers, and anyone these days can play Skyrim as it's meant to be from the developers.
Yes.
You Steam Workshop and click a plus button and get a mod. You can download the fancy things where you can start making mods yourself. There's a whole array of skills, and it's become easier than ever these days to sort of interact with custom code that other people are making to enjoy your game the way you want to do it. And we are still very early on in that process. We're still much like making a website in 2004.
Yeah.
But the vision is that it will be as easy as like, the Steam Workshop where you click subscribe to a mod. That is the idea.
Yeah, you'll be able to play the game the way it was intended to be played, with Thomas the Tank Engine Dragons and, of course, our good friend, Mr. Shrek. And sorry, Peter Griffin as well. Forgot about that part. Yes, that's what we need is the Peter Griffin Aura pack, just to swap that one out.
Yeah, so these ships we're flying are not just beginner ships. These are like the beginner ship. These are like the smallest little baby ships in the game.
Yeah.
This is a Wend.
Wind.
I called mine Wendy. They're the very, very first ones. So I think I should have enough to build a portable printer now.
I do not. I need more.
My little base is coming together. Look at it. I've got a couple of things starting to form. Let me zoom in a little bit here. There we go. So I've got my refuge, so I can dock a ship in there. I can store it. So when I eventually build my next ship, I'll put my Wend inside my refuge. I can use it to refit. I have my portable storage to hold stuff. My refinery is what I've been churning through my ore with. And then now, coming online in just a few seconds, will be my portable printer. And I'm going to start manufacturing my stuff to build my first engine for my first ship. And someone asked other protection timers. Yes, at the moment, we haven't gone too far into things like that, but they do exist.
Yep. It's a priority, but it's also, we're doing wipes every 2 months or so now as part of our cycle process, where we're going to reset the universe, introduce more content, let it play out for a while, reset the universe, add more content, let it play out for a while. And so while we do want to make sure everybody's, there are ways that you can protect your stuff in the long term. In the short term, we're going to kill your stuff anyway in just a couple months. Yeah. So it's not worth getting too tied down about. But what I have found is the best way to protect your stuff is the element of surprise.
Yeah, so you kill other people first.
Yes.
They can't kill you.
Just kill them first, and then it's no problem. Easy peasy.
Okay, I need some common ore, so I'm off. I think I have an unremarkable asteroid somewhere in my system.
I need some carbonaceous ore.
I saw one. Yeah.
I do like the way like just the bases coming together, like all the different modular feel to it.
Yeah.
Like even just I'm just looking at this. I'm waiting for a job to finish building here now, but looking at your screen, seeing your little base there, it just looks amazing.
What I like about it is the same reason I like, and we've talked about like Factorio in space a couple times, and I like it for a lot of the same reasons. Like it does kind of feel like you're able to watch in real time as your base kind of gets built out over and over, and where it starts small and you start adding little things, and you're like, okay, well I need a manufacturing array, so you add those, and you're like, okay, well now I need a shipyard, I need somewhere to put my ships, I need somewhere where I can build ships.
Yeah, the moment you realize you're waiting for, I don't know, like a bunch of things to refine, you're like, oh, it's going to take like 3 or 4 minutes, I'll just wait. And then you're like, wait a minute, I could just build like 5 more refineries and have them all like churning out stuff at the same time.
Why am I waiting?
You're sitting there like spinning all these plates, like, yes, here we go. Like now we're cooking with gas. It's quite satisfying to get them all up and running.
There's that one in the trailer that you just released, there's that one scene where the ship kind of comes in
Oh yeah,
on this, like, I don't know whether you want to call it a village or a city or whatever,
yeah,
of just all these all the different base components, and it just looks amazing. I mean, that's one thing I'm very excited about
yeah.
for Frontier, the base building side
Check
of it.
this shit out. Let me see if I can skip ahead to it a little bit.
Yeah, nice cropping job there.
Yeah,
CCP.
it's really well done. It's also very orange right now because I'm using it as the background too for the beginning of this. Hang on, let's see if I can. That's not that one. There we go. Look at that.
And that is the Chumak.
The Chumak,
The Chumak. Still in the game. We have
formerly the Rebus K, now the
Yes.
Chumak. Oh yeah, look at that stuff. I love. Let's see if I can find the scene. This one. Yeah, this is the heat right here. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now imagine this was not orange. There we go.
There we go.
That's cool.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's the sauce right there, my friends.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff.
I see like a bunch of printers. I see a bunch of crude silos. I see some hangars.
I'll make it not orange again for you.
There
There you go.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to unload.
Ah,
I did.
you got to unload. You simply have to.
I don't need the carbonaceous ore. I don't want to go back.
Then build a fucking a portable thing that you can just drop your shit into. You need to do that.
But I want the. I'm just gonna leave it. I can get more carbonaceous ore. I have too much. I need the common ore.
Indeed. All right. I have filled up my. I'm fucking brimming with carbonaceous ore right now, which I think is good. I need to go refine it though. I should have. I'm not taking my own advice. I did not bring my refinery with me. I have to go and find it.
Nice. Yeah, someone's saying, tell us about these fancy line drawing banners. So I guess you're talking about the ones that we had in the trailer.
Mhm.
So at the moment, we have a couple of these. If you look at my screen briefly,
Yeah, sure.
You see I have a couple of these totems that we can pop down. Like they take quite a lot of like big stuff to build at the minute, and some walls you can build to sort of decorate your base. In the future, there will be a lot more of these. Some of them, which will be limited to founders. These are like building monuments to your own personal greatness. You're of course welcome to. Now, I will point out the civilizations that populated here all failed and have left gigantic monuments to their own greatness scattered around the place. So I'm not saying it's a bad idea.
If you think there might be a metaphor here or something,
maybe if you want to plow an absolute buttload of ore and resources and time and effort into building a gigantic monolith in space, you are more than welcome to. I will come and visit it and take a photo of it before it's destroyed.
I have made the D1 fuel.
I have not. I have not. I think I'm way behind.
It took me a bit, but I am there.
Okay, I'm gonna get this. I just need more water.
More water. I'm in a hot site actually. I didn't know how hot it was.
Gonna,
I'm over 100 degrees. So that seems pretty toasty.
Down to 500. Go. How long is this job gonna take? 4 minutes. All right, I gotta kill some time.
See, this is what I was just talking about. You got to build more of these things, and then you can paralyze.
Yeah, I should have parallel. I'm not doing parallel gaming here. Kind of problem. Let's just go. There's another site over here I want to go explore. While I'm just waiting for that to finish. Where's that planet at? At the planet. Unmoored silo block, drifting tower ruins. That's it.
Oh, unmoored silo block. You've got an unmoored silo block. Those are good. You'll have tons of resources in there. Yeah, go check that out.
What the fuck? Why didn't I go there first?
CCP dev hacks.
Oh my god.
I believe that's just called knowledge, Giants.
It's called wisdom.
You should try it sometime.
Wow. Revoke ACL access.
Oh no.
Hey, whoa.
Oh, hey, be cool.
Hello, it's me, your best friend, CCP Overload. Let's start fresh.
Yes.
How are you today?
I just have this. I know it's jumping ahead a little bit. I already see in my head like taking a system and just slapping turrets on every Lagrange point that's possible.
As you should. As you absolutely should. There was a pretty early on. Now, hang on a second here, real quick. There, Mr. Overload. Before we talk about Darkshine's plan to brutalize New Bros, I've warped this unmoored silo storage.
Yes.
There are 2 feral drones here. Some Quig Zooks.
They're probably fine.
Sure, if you say so.
I would be careful though.
I'm gonna watch them this whole time.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust them.
They're doing something. They're like maybe they're fighting each other. Maybe I think they're high. Oh no, they're doing something to me. They're inspecting me. I'm being inspected. Guys, fellas, be cool. Come on now. They are hitting me with a strange white field generator of some variety, and it's what is it doing? What is this? I'm not taking any damage. All right, they're just feeling me out. Oh, they are just scanning it because they're scanning the storage block too. Okay, that's cool. That's fun.
You're probably fine then.
I'm sure I'm okay. Maybe they just think I'm a storage block as well. It's a very, very small one. Give me those good resources. Overload promised me good resources. There's hardly carbon weave and thermal composites. That's it.
You need that. That's it. You need those to build your ship.
Oh, okay. All right, then never mind. I'm not complaining. All right, let's get out of here before they decide that I'm complaining.
I'm building my upgraded engine. That's what I'm doing.
Your engine?
Yeah.
I'm cooked.
Don't worry, I'm with you there.
The CCP Overload. He has an advantage because he actually plays this game every day. That's all he does. This is actually his job. Just product manager is just play the game. Some of us actually have to do our work. We got to go out there and shitpost and Discord all day. It's a tough job. But this guy all day long just sitting there playing games, crazy stuff. All right, go to my storage container. I'm just kidding.
So kind of you to say it like that.
Yeah. All right.
Actually, while you're playing with your storage unit,
Yeah.
I did have 2 questions.
Sure.
If I could ask them.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I obviously I pinged in my alliance that we would be doing this today, and if people had any questions, they could ask them. So this one is for both of you, actually. Video games built on the blockchain platform usually fail to meet their long-term goals. We're excited for the new game, but how is Eve Frontier going to be the first successful blockchain game in history?
That's a really good question. I mean, I can only speak for myself, which is to say, I guess I'm speaking for the company when I say this, but I am speaking for myself as well. I think when people talk about that, there's a lot of there are a lot of reasons that people have, and a lot of good reasons to be skeptical about some of the ways the tech has been used before. I mean, I feel that way about a lot of things, about how prior use colors future applications. From our point of view, what this is a way for us to do something really cool that we really would not be able to do in the same way otherwise. And while, yes, certainly there have been plenty of instances in the past of games that have not quite made it happen, I don't think the threat of failure should ever stop you from trying to do something cool, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it is hard, but nothing worth doing is ever that easy. So it is a challenge, but it's an exciting challenge, and it's new, it's different. It is what we're trying to do here is really something that has not been done before. And I know it probably sounds like it's just the company line, but it's true. It's a totally unique experience. We're trying to do something that doesn't exist anywhere else in the industry. And the fact that it hasn't been done before, I don't, at least from my point of view, me, CCP Jötunn, community developer, eFrontier, I don't think that's a good reason to not try something, personally. I don't know about you, CCP Overload, but that's why I feel.
Yeah, what he said.
Nice, good. Okay, good talk.
Also, I think if we take a look at the question briefly, it really defines. I mean, let me pull it up so I can actually read it and get my words completely right on this one.
Get your words right.
Users have to meet their long-term goals, and then how's it going to be the first successful blockchain in history? So it depends how you define success. Because some of these things that have existed in the past, I would argue, are successful, if not commercially successful. Things like Dark Forest by ZeroX Park is a great example. It was one of the first fully on-chain games featuring zero knowledge and a whole bunch of really interesting mechanics. Papers been written on that. I would say arguably an incredibly successful game. And honestly, yeah, CCP Jötunn, you're probably right. Just because something is hard doesn't mean it's not worth doing. There's things that this tech allows us to do that we can't do otherwise. And part of it also comes down to the ethos. And this is where you have to start getting a little bit kind of like, I don't want to use the term wishy-washy, but you have to get into things that's intangible. We want the game to outlive us, not just us as individuals, but us as the company. We want eFrontier to be something that can survive. How many times have you heard about MMOs and games that when the company shuts down or it's no longer profitable for them, the game is dead and the community is dead? This happens, and this is part of the reason why we want to make sure that this cannot happen for eFrontier. So we'll be open sourcing the Carbon engine. I spoke about that before. And we want to make sure that anyone can run the game because it will be decentralized. It does not need one server to run somewhere. It can be totally decentralized such that when it is running and it is free and it is owned by the community who choose to live in this virtual world, then they can stay there doing it as long as they want, regardless of if CCP still exists. And I think that's a really important sort of philosophical thing to consider.
Yeah. I mean, one of these days, one of these volcanoes is probably going to crack open and we're just going to slide into the sea. And it'd be nice to be able to continue to play the game even after that. Now, granted, I would prefer that not to happen. I live here. It would be less than ideal, if I'm being honest. But, everybody is just from a purely philosophical point of view, I think I absolutely agree with you. You're trying, everybody who does this thing and everybody who tries like a creative effort, wants to do something that is not just meaningful to them and the people who, maybe enjoying their creative output, but also something that's going to outlast them. I mean, I people who know some of the other internet circles that I run in know that I write sometimes online, and whenever I'm doing that, I kind of have this feeling of, everybody like, not to get like kind of doomer about it or anything, but like we only have so much, we only get so much, and being able to create something and cast it out there into the ether and say this was me, this was my thing, this is the community that I was part of, and this was the people who I interacted with, and these are the stories that we told, and having that thing persist, as in ad nauseum perhaps, but persist. Like, I think there's something kind of special in that. If you're just asking me, and that's all I gotta say about that.
You mentioned one thing there, future vision. I want to be a little bit careful with what I say here because a lot of it is still covered under my CSM NDA.
Sure.
But I mean, we were on the CSM together
good times.
a year and a half ago at this stage.
Yeah.
And I remember when I, looked at this, I had a lot of doubts purely because I didn't know anything about blockchain. Like I said earlier, I'm not a technical guy. But the GUR crypto was definitely strong until I got a chance to sit down with the Frontier team, listen to what the future vision was, hear about base building, for example, which is in the game now. It wasn't in the game at the time, and I don't know. For me, it kind of changed the way I looked at it a bit to being very interested in it all of a sudden.
I mean, I'll give one good example of why I think it allows us to do some things that we can't do otherwise. So let's just say you have the initiative area of space and you want to let people come through your space as long as they adhere to your rules and whatever those rules may be. Let's say it is you're issuing some sort of like, visa, like, hey, you have initiative visa, you can come through our space, we allow you to use it. You can basically encode the rules in such a way that they are publicly verifiable, that says, hey, as long as you come with your visa and you don't break any of these rules, you are allowed to access all of our structures, you're allowed to use all of our gates, you're allowed to transit around. And any person with that visa doesn't have to just take Darkshine's word for it. It's not just a trust me, bro. They can check. It's verifiable. The trust is no longer needed directly from individual to individual because trust doesn't scale. Like, I might trust you, Darkshines, to say, yeah, it's fine, you let me in. But what if someone else is not doing that in the future? What if it's another player? Do I trust them? And from the other perspective, you as the owner get to trust that the person coming through your gates has one of these Visa cards that you've issued. You don't have to say, okay, let me see it, let me check it, let me verify every single time. It's all done trustlessly. And stuff like that is basically what it lets you do. Like that's one of the many things. Obviously, the whole cool thing is you can kind of write whatever you want to be part of this. Like I said earlier on, you could make it be like only people who follow Dark Shines on Twitter are allowed to come through, because we don't have to implement a Twitter module to the game, so you can verify that. You just have the controls, and then you choose what you want to do.
To me, as somebody like who manages a large group in Eve, that's just wild. Like
Yep.
the possibilities, like you would spend days just thinking about stuff you can do,
Exactly.
including
a little bit, if I'm being honest.
burning around a structure, just eating crap to rats.
He's dying, CCP Jötunn.
I am being shot. I think I can make it down here to this can that I want to scoop stuff out of before I get the fuck out of here. Please, God. That's all it was? Oh my God. I'm going to die.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Oh, they're not right now, my friends. All right.
You need to turn on your hull repair.
I don't have enough cap for it. Come on, baby. Oh, just warp. Just warp. Oh, I'm so close. Get me the fuck out of here. Go. Warp. Oh, thank God. I lived. Okay.
All right, that is cutting it close.
Yeah, it was tight. It was a little tight. A little tight there, fellas. All I got was like some feral data, some fossilized exotronics. You gotta be kidding me. Unbelievable. All right.
But you do need those for a little bit later.
Sure. You know what I absolutely need is not to die to those things. or do that. We are right at about an hour here. So if we want to CCP overload, I don't know how you're feeling about it, but one of these sites, I don't know if you have one picked out. We could go take an attempt at.
Yeah. So if you give me a couple minutes, why don't I?
What I can do is here. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take your little window down there because I know you got to do some stuff, and I'm going to make it away.
Nice.
Now I just see your camera.
Nice. So I'm gonna. I think I'll make us a couple of ships, and then I think we could see if we can go check out some cool stuff for a little bit.
Nice. I may need you to scoot me along over to wherever you're at because I do not have the correct ship yet, and it may take some time. All right, I think I have enough question mark to make what I need. Oh right, because I was I remember what I was doing. I have water ice, a ton of water ice. My God. Okay. Good. I can make the fuel now, right? D1 fuel?
Yeah,
water ice? Yes. Look at that. Okay.
Do you want us trying to build ships, or are we? Will
You
I just
can-
chill
yeah.
with the fuel?
You can do either. Like you enjoy yourself, Dark Shines. You do whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
You can
just explore the space, you know. you know, just get out there and you know touch some stuff.
Create corporation.
The initiative.
Actually, is this the build that's going to be released? Do I need to? Do
You're
I
on
need
the
to
wrong
get in there?
server, I'm afraid.
God damn.
You could have gotten ahead of it. Brutal. All right, now what do I have? Oh, so I have the D1 fuel. Now I've got a portable storage done. Need to build a refuge. Okay. What do I build a refuge with?
Materials.
Okay. Metal rich ore. I think I have some of that. I do. Look at that. Bada boom. Nice. Okay. It all kind of be. Can't tell which side of this thing. I'll put it here.
Now, if somebody was to look for reinforced alloys, where might they find those?
Reinforced alloys.
So those are made in a portable printer.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Neat. All right, so I've got that. Okay, building the refuge is done. Portable printer. Do I have the stuff for that yet? Let me see. I do not. What do I need?
Metal.
Carbonaceous ore. I've got to have some in here somewhere.
You sure it's? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it is carbonaceous ore. I just don't have any. But I do know there is a carbonaceous thing, a carbon belt here in the system. Carbon field. That's the one I want. I should probably rep myself though before I go there. My hull is a little spicy right now.
You really could have closed there with those dudes.
Yeah, I did. It was not worth it. It was not worth it, but it was. Listen, sometimes you just got to give it a shot. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to see what happens and just go from there. All right. Go ahead and get ourselves over on this asteroid. Do some carbonaceous ore. They just build it with carbon. It's just ore, right? It's not carbonaceous materials. Carbonaceous ore. We're good.
I definitely feel like it's a bit quicker to get into, like to get like what am I trying to say? It feels like it's a bit quicker to get set up and get going.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah, I mean the new player experience, obviously the tutorial and everything has come a long way. It's not like our last foray into this where we were just perhaps making some mistakes. Some of us, both of us, often. Many people were saying that we were both at fault for the mistakes we made during the last stream. It certainly was not just me, but CCP Jötunn, is there any advantage to the heat mechanics? Yes. Well, advantage in terms of like, is it a thing that you can take advantage of? Yes. There are modules that you can. Let me show you them real quick. I pulled the market here. What are they called? Is it engineering equipment? Yes.
Yeah,
Heat management. You have cryogenic ejectors. You have heat exchangers of 2 different sizes. Cryogenic ejectors allow you to put coolant into your ship, which I think makes your ship cool faster, right?
So no, the cryogenic ejector lets you essentially like vent out a bunch of heat really quickly,
Yeah.
like in like a second or two, and the heat exchangers let you cool quicker, but are a lot less expensive to use. If that makes sense.
So it is basically, if you are prepared for heat, you'll always have an advantage over somebody who is not prepared for heat. These people, when you show us your cat on stream, I would, but the cat is asleep in the closet currently. She has a bed in there, and during the middle of the day, which it is right now, she will go into the closet and just sleep. And if I wake her up, she'll be really mad at me. And she runs the house, so
You got to do what you're told.
Nothing I can do about that, boys. Got bad news for you. All right. Are you guys planning to keep instant switch shipboarding when switching ships in space? That's also, well, maybe I should actually warp that idea. Ship management and like ship moving between ships is also work in progress stuff. So that system is not fleshed out super well yet, but we'll see more about that in the next couple months for sure.
Yeah, we're still in an alpha stage. So we're not. There's still lots to do.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do.
Making a video game is actually like super hard.
Crazy, right? What an idea!
Yeah.
It's cool though. It's you know it's a fun thing to do if nothing else. At least my job's fun. I don't know about you guys. I know some of our devs are watching right now. Shout out to CCP Halmar, who's currently in I think in California somewhere. He was
he was at the IGN Live the other day.
He's probably on the beach somewhere drinking mimosas.
Yeah, mimosas at this time of day.
Yeah, listen, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
Or 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning somewhere. Who knows? You know what I mean. All right, so I've got this. I can make my printer now. Put this thing down here right in the middle of my stuff, so it's all nearby. Okay. Let's see. Where am I gonna put? I'm gonna put it right. There we go. Neat. Done it. Now I can build an engine. Okay, I'm slowly catching up.
Nice.
Very, very slowly catching up. All right.
I am halfway through building my engine.
Halfway through.
Halfway through.
Okay, well, I. What do you actually need to build it? I should
You
have probably
need
checked.
common ore, like 400 common ore, and then a bunch of
Okay.
metal ore, I think.
Michael JD says, Jötunn, who wins? You're overloading a 1v1. I think we all know the answer to
Oh
this
no,
one.
that's just not true. That's just a falsehood. Is what that is. He's
Well, I was going to say it's Jötunn, but I guess he agrees with me. So
No, well, hang on now. No one said this. This is incorrect. How do I make reinforced alloy? Okay, so you need metal rich ore, of which I have some. I need more. A lot more. I need common ore, which I also need more of. Alright, so metal rich ore is first. Priority number 1. And
okay, I have
you have the
a
stuff.
bunch of ships.
Nice.
If you guys want, I can bring you to me.
That'd be cool and great, and it would be very nice.
Okay.
So
Yes, please.
I will prepare for. I think I have a screen for. Do I have a transit screen? Hey,
So you
look, we're
should be-
back. Wow, that was so mysterious what just happened. Who can say?
We'll never know.
Yeah, it's funny how the the stillness is so strange. Where are you at in here, by the way?
I am here where you are.
Am I? Oh my God! Oh look, there. Ooh, what a vessel you have here.
That ship looks amazing.
Yeah, this is the Tades or Tades.
Anyway,
Oh,
back in a bit.
And you're gone. Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with that. I shouldn't have probably been looking that way.
I'll bring you over. There you go.
Oh my God. Oh, hey,
So
look,
welcome, gentlemen,
base.
to my base.
What a
This is
nice-
my humble abode.
It's a nice base.
Yes, that's my network node that I've thrown up there.
I
might have some fuel. Let me quickly see if I do have some fuel.
Beautiful. I love that. That's very cool. I see some ships.
Should
I see dark shiny.
be heading towards you guys?
No, there's ships down there. Look down to your like below you.
Yeah, just grab one of the Tades that are sitting around. Are you with those dark shines?
Yeah, he's down there. I see him. I see a wind.
Yeah, so I see you, and if you flip over to my screen briefly.
Yeah, sure.
This is my network node. This is what powers all the structures. I'm gonna load it up with some D1 fuel. You see it supports a number of different types of fuel. We'll burn 10 D1 per hour. It's not the most efficient fuel. And we are going to start generating, I believe.
All right, hang on. I gotta organize my modules here.
Can I just say that base screams a Marpaz tower?
It is kind of that vibe, doesn't it? Yeah.
The cool thing is now I'm generating power from my base. I've got a day and a half worth of fuel in it. At the moment, I'm not using any power because I don't have any structures that need it. I'm used to using those portable ones. But now, because I have an online network node, I will have the ability to build like all these bigger structures. For example, a shipyard L, things like that to build different items. I can start to build defenses. I can build gates. The gates are pretty big. They all require a network node, and I can build hangars, large hangars and regular hangars.
Nice.
So they would be built around this area.
So you drop a network node, it taps into, or do you have to fuel it, or it pulls?
Yeah, you fuel it, and you can use pretty much any type of fuel. So I'm just building a large hangar now, so I can put my bigger ships in there. It'll take a couple of hours to go online. Maybe I'll pop a quick gate down. Obviously, there will be another one. There goes a big old gate. Let's pop it here at the edge of our base. Don't want to be too close. I'll take some time to come online. Maybe we start building out like a shipyard as well. So you can see how you can start to like build up.
Oh my God, it's right there.
Structure for your base, and you can see like
I can't wait to do this with a group.
Yeah,
they're starting to come together there. So are you all in your Tades?
Yeah, we're in our Tades. Yep. Where you want to go?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take us into a site, and it will take me and myself, and then I'll just bring you to me, and we'll take a quick look at this. And I think when I say take a quick look, I think what we might be doing is seeing how long we can survive.
Yeah,
that might be happening here.
That's chill. All right, where's your? Okay. I'm ready. Do I need to put us back up in transit screen?
No, I'll just
Okay. Just do it.
I'll hop you over to me in just a moment.
Here he goes. Look at him go. Mama, there goes that man.
Don't leave my base too dirty while I'm away.
No, it's no problem. Let's find where he's got the crisps. Here he goes. Bye. Hello, Shines. We meet again.
Hello, Jötunn.
Yes. We've always been close, you and I.
Mhm.
We're like brothers.
From a relationship that blossomed in Iceland.
Oh my gosh. It did blossom in Iceland, that's true. We
When you
had ice cream together one
slowly
time.
reached across the table and asked me if I had a Nagelfar that I could sell you.
So I suggest you take a look to the right.
Oh my god. Okay. Yep. Yep.
Holy shit.
All
This
right.
is a good time to push your F2 and have a look at the tactical view and
Yep.
see what we're looking at here.
God. All right. So
Is the yellow flashy good or bad?
not good.
Not great.
Really, any flashy is not great, I think. Okay.
All
So,
right.
So this, for your knowledge, it has a bunch more stuff, including some shield restorers. We have some armor resist modules. We have a reactive armor plate as well.
Okay.
And if you're getting a bit hot, you have a cryogenic ejector. And the most important thing of all, guns.
yeah, we do have guns.
Hey, let me
Okay.
do the YouTuber microphone. Guns.
Guns. All right. What's closest to us? I think. These guys who are right here in front of us, yellow. Let's go
Yeah.
for these dudes.
Yeah. Let's see how many of these guys we can take down before it all ends in tears.
No, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna live forever. Watch this.
I'm not convinced.
Get cooked. Oh, that's right. Got him. Okay, I'm gonna make some space here for myself though. They're coming our way, so we should try and maybe kite them around to the right. Oh yeah. We're smoking them.
They're shooting me now. Let's head towards the right. So I'm actually going to see if I can get around the corner.
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna
that I
shoot
can
the
put
gap.
structure between me and them, and then because I'm
That's
actually
fine.
taking less damage right now. Let me turn on some.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Turn on my shield before.
You see, you are taking damage.
Yeah, I'm taking damage. So you can look at mine. So I'm actually heading to this edge here at the minute.
Me
So
too.
my plan is to see if I can scoot around it and get away from some of these guys.
Okay.
Target below,
I'm gonna leave my camera on you so I can see when you die.
I'm just letting you guys take the aggro. I'm popping stuff
Very
from
cool.
range.
Yeah, these guys are getting smoked. I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few more down there that are shooting at me. Yeah, there we go.
Easy. I think
So
one.
now I'm putting the structure. See, they're all getting included now.
Yeah.
They're all around there from me. So I'm starting to get to the point that they can't hit me. So yeah, sightline is obscured. So they're trying to attack me still, but it is hitting the structure as I've gone behind it. So I'll see if I can drag them around here, keep them away from
Oh
you.
shit. Okay. Let's go ahead and put these modules on here real quick. Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Are you getting cooked now?
Maybe a little bit. Only a little bit though. We're fine. Listen, I'm gonna shoot the gap here. Watch this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get back up and over the top. They've followed me around.
Are you guys coming back in or are you staying out on the side?
I'm coming back in.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll come back in then too.
Well, they're out here now as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where am I? Okay. This guy is not included. I can shoot. These guys.
The gun sounds are so
yeah.
What am I trying to say? Satisfying.
That's CCP Heretic, the homie.
Yeah.
I remember one of the first playthroughs I was playing with Bjorn and we walked into a site with our little frigates with coil guns and just like we were zoomed in obviously and I had my volume turned up quite loud and then you just hear the boom of the guns. It just feels real good.
when we were at FanFest, there was a obviously we did our presentation in one of the big event halls. And that presentation at one point had like a scene in it, like footage that we'd gotten of guns going off, and it shook the building.
Yes.
Actually, I think we're just cleaning up here, boys. I think we're doing fine.
Well, there's a thing over there called Arsenal Demon, which I'm a little bit skeptical about.
Arsenal Demon?
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should shoot it. I feel like I should shoot it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go over the top and come join you to come shoot it.
I don't know if it'll be good, but
that'll be fine.
There's another thing called there's a sentry demon and a production. Oh, the hauler. I'm gonna go towards the hauler. Maybe there's some good stuff in there.
So
the easy target.
One of the I just see it was mentioned in Twitch chat there, and that's one thing that's done a bit different. Like you have to fit shield and armor mods, right?
Yeah, because you don't get them otherwise.
Yep. So you'll notice in the previous ship, if you go back to VOD, you'll even notice that there was no shield or armor. You just had hull because it wasn't fitted to your ships. But since I'm so nice, I have fitted you with both shield and armor in these ships here.
What a kindness that you've done for us. Where's that Arsenal demon at?
Yeah, I mean, some of the cool things that have happened in our time to get here is that this version that you're seeing now running is also in Python 3.12. We upgraded 5 million lines of code of the Carbon engine to Python 3.12 from Stackless Python 2.7 over the last year and a half. It was a monumental project, absolutely phenomenal project. Took a long time, a lot of effort from a lot of incredibly talented engineers here at CCP. But the upside of it is that's 15 years of Python upgrades into Carbon, the engine that powers both EVE Online and EVE Frontier, and that Python 3.12 upgrade will be coming to EVE Online later this year. We see about, I think it's about a 20% performance improvement in Carbon by the virtue of the upgrade. It is going to make it's making a huge difference to us. It's going to make a huger difference to EVE Online when that goes to that as well.
Yeah, I think we're probably fine. I don't think we're in any danger here. We're so good. This Arsenal demon, I think, is an object. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's you. Okay, I see. I was like, what the fuck? Why is my shield gone? Why is my armor gone? Oh my god. Oh my. Matt, what the fuck are you? I'm already getting fucking locked up by these. Oh my Jesus Christ! I'm in hull.
This is asymmetric information here.
Oh, they're both. Oh, hang on. I gotta zoom out. Right, where are the enemies? Not good. Not good. I gotta power on the jets, boys.
Should we ransom him?
No.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Just
be open.
I have nothing. I have nothing to give.
If you get me an ice cream, I will turn my guns upon Darkshines instead.
It's tempting.
Hold on a second. What do I get from this?
What have you got to offer?
Oh, that Darkshines. What do you think about that one? Yeah, a little bit of love.
Wow. Okay.
That's right. Oh no! Oh no! Ooh, and I
all right, one CCP dev down.
Yep. That's a rough one for your boy.
I'll avenge you.
Get his ass. He's already cooked. Oh my god, you're cooked.
Oh no, I'm cooked as well.
He's a dangerous one that shines. I think you've got him. I think you've got him.
Yeah, you got me as well.
Oh no. Yes.
Oh. And that's life on the frontier, baby. That's how it's gonna go.
Apparently, the shield booster doesn't stay on. You have to turn it on each time.
You do, yeah, and it's got a cooldown. It's got a cooldown too.
God damn.
Yeah, it's rough. All right, friends, that is gonna be it for us tonight. We'll have, of course, so big upcoming stuff this week. Tomorrow, nothing, because tomorrow's Monday and it's a public holiday here in Iceland, which is nice. So I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow. On Wednesday, the 11th, we go live with this new build. This is Era 6, Cycle 1. We're calling this Cycle Promised Lands. You can read more about it at our website, efrontier.com, if you want to know more about what we're trying to do here with these cycles and how you can get grace and how you can compete against other people on our public leaderboard. It'll be a lot of fun. We are going our main server Stillness will go down at 11 o'clock in the morning UTC, and a couple hours later we'll come back up live with this new build, and we're looking forward to seeing, of course, as many people as we can. We're hoping to see how well the server reacts. It's gonna be a lot of fun to see how robust we are. Be great. I'm not worried at all. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll be doing more streams this week as well, of course. Or not this week necessarily, but in the future. Our NDA does die officially on the 11th at 2 p.m. UTC. So at that time, you'll be able to stream the game to your leisure, share screenshots, share video, share whatever you want to share. We're doing some reworking to our Discord right now. So if you join the Discord here before too long, you'll see a couple different changes. We're gonna have some new areas opened up. People can talk about like PvP and PvE and all kinds of other stuff if they want to. They'll be super nice to get that community talking again. And of course, we'll be removing all the NDA restrictions in there as well. Additionally, I think there was one more thing I was going to mention. If you haven't done so yet, go to search eFrontier on YouTube and check out our trailer. We just released a brand new trailer, a vision trailer for our game called The Ancient Dark. I'm super biased, of course, because I work here, but it's sick as hell. It's very, very.
I think it's very awesome. It's a nice
It is a
trailer.
good trailer.
I like the robotic Icelandic grandpa who narrates it. Super cool.
If you're searching stuff on YouTube, a bunch of the videos from FanFest where we had presentations are also available. There's the keynote. There's some great ones from like CCP Relativistic talking about how we invented the frontier universe, the trinary, the black holes, all that good stuff. So check that out as well.
Yeah, and of course, keep an eye out on our socials. Of course, we're on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok, actually, if you can believe that. It's crazy. There's some wild shit. We have like an unhinged intern who occasionally has an idea for TikTok. I have not been following what he's been up to, but there's one dude working over there, so that's kind of nuts.
Shout out CCP Omega.
Shout out to CCP Omega. The intern who has found himself, honestly, not an intern anymore. Now just a wild man with a camera. And that's it. So we'll be, like I said, we'll be back in action later on this week. Check us out if you want to try it out. Of course, efrontier.com/founderaccess. You can just read more about the game if you want to on the website, or even if you don't want to become a founder just yet, join our Discord. There's a lively conversation constantly. They ping me at 2 a.m. My God, that conversation is super cool, and those players are super engaged. And if you want to learn more or just talk to some of our players, other members of the community, you can do it there.
And there will be more free periods. We've done free periods before.
Yes.
So just if you're curious, if you're Frontier curious, you're welcome to just hang on and come try it out when it's free.
Yes.
Come fly with us in the Frontier. I'm sure there's some. I see Wesley Pipes in in Twitch chat. He's always recruiting. He's always on that grind.
Hell yeah. XC's recruiting. I think a lot of people are going to be recruiting here before too long.
Exactly.
That's it for us, though, friends. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Looking forward to seeing you guys all the rest of this week. We enjoy that you've spent your time with us. We appreciate it sincerely. I've been CCP Jötunn, going alongside my very good friends, CCP Overload, and the Initiative Zone, Dark Shines. And until next time, we will see you on the Frontier. Take care. Have a good night. See you later.